慣れた年越しで終わる。
それが本当に死ぬほどの罪だったと思う。
リアルでもプラネットでもない別の世界に連れて行かれる。
Hey everyone, this is Julie and welcome to SOFHAB Reviews. Today, I'm doing a review on the Netflix anime Goodnight World, and joining me is Rascal Entertainment.
Yes, thank you.
This wild anime takes inspiration from Sword Art Online, not loosely, as it centers around a group of strangers who created their own family in the VR world, not knowing that their real-life families are closer than they think. But,
And before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification bell to updates on SOFHAB Reviews for Netflix, book reviews, and many more types of videos.
yes, and be sure to visit Rascal Entertainment's channel where she has over 1,000 videos.
Clips, mashups, and more.
Yes. So this anime was actually recommended to us by one of our buddies,
Yes.
and we had seen it but really not paid attention to it, and she really liked it. So we decided to go ahead and give it a try. And if you're not familiar with Goodnight World, it's actually a manga series written and illustrated by Akabi, and it appeared first in Shogakukan's Ura Sunday website and manga launch service. From the December 2015 to January 2017, so it's taken a while to actually get adapted
Right.
to an anime.
Right.
The anime itself is directed by Katsuya Kikuchi and written by Michuko Yukoto.
And right now, the anime, at least the first season, has 12 episodes. We don't know if there's going to be a second season or if they're just planning to tell the whole story and trim it down to 12 or not. I guess we'll find out by the end, or if it has high enough ratings to get a renewal.
Well, the manga has 5 volumes, so if they've covered the entire manga, then they might do one on the prequel, because the prequel actually began in August of this year.
Right.
By the same author.
Right, so people who really do enjoy the show or the manga will have more content.
Now, for the voice actors that are doing the dubs, we got a few favorites that we know. We got Ray Chase, Tengen, Benjamin Diskin, Todd Havercorn, Jeannie Torado, Aaron Yvette, who I'm not familiar with, Christopher Swindle, Carrie Karanen, and Ann Yako.
Yes.
So they have a very small cast, because once you watch it, you'll see that there's not a lot of people in it. In the VR world, it looks like there's a ton,
Right.
but they don't have voices.
Right.
They don't have voice actors assigned to them. So it's a very small VA cast.
Right. And clearly it's not meant to be a really large world building type series. This is telling one story within this VR world, and then that's it. It's a pretty straightforward and simple story. It's kind of like how Romantic Killer was, where it's a short manga, but they'll try to make it last a little longer to feel like you're getting a full story.
Right. So in this anime, you have a dysfunctional family who you're not sure of that until actually the end of the first episode. And you have Taichiro Arima, who loves to say the S word.
Yes.
And he says it all the time, and I think that was inspired by Levi saying it twice. He's short like Levi, and he looks like a cross between Levi and Death the Kid.
Yeah, from Soul Eater.
Yes, and in it, you don't see his revelation, or he's not revealed until the end of the first episode. Before that, within the VR game, which is called Planet, he has a little family. It's him and a brother and a father and a sister. And they're players who come together and created the Akabane family in the game. And in the game, he doesn't say crap all the time.
Right.
It's just out of the game. And neither of them knows that they all know each other.
Right.
They keep it pretty well a secret. And then at the end of the first episode, when he takes off the headset,
Yeah.
then he starts saying the S word over and over and over. Like, he says it about 30 to 40 times an episode. No joke.
It's almost like they're breaking a record for the most
Yes.
times this word can be said in
And
a
he just
series.
says it constantly in a row. It's not peppered throughout. He just says it over. Or
Right.
he says things are crappy, or it's crappy game, crappy people, crappy life, crappy crappy.
And it's like, will you stop?
And you can't help but laugh at it because it reminds you of Levi saying it twice in AOT.
Right.
And then the next episode you see that he has a younger brother who's the bigger little brother.
Yeah, the big little brother.
They reference AOT, they reference
Full Metal, Sword Art Online, Soul Eater, Pokemon, One Piece.
Yes.
It's like every character is a reference to an existing character. It's like Invincible for anime.
But the way it's done is actually entertaining. It's not like, okay, I just copied and did it. Within the VR world, you see a lot of references. You've got Fairy Tail. And then outside, you don't see as many. But when you're in the VR world, you see all the references to these other animes.
Right.
The one who plays the dad looks and sounds like Wrath.
Yes.
And we know that the brother and sister in the VR world have to be from other anime, but we're not familiar with what they are. But
Right.
it's obvious they are characters from other anime.
Right.
They have one who's a cross between Naruto and Natsu from Fairy Tail.
Yes.
You have one that, and I don't remember the character's name. If you're watching Shinigami Phoenix, let us know in the comments below. It's the one who is Ichigo's opposite in Bleach. So yeah, they reference Bleach too. And he looks like he's the opposite of Ichigo. He has dark hair and he has 10 on his face.
Yeah, right.
This guy has 01
Right.
and blonde hair. And you see how he's dressed and what he looks, and he's supposed to be that
That character
from
yeah.
Bleach.
Right. And
As one of the Soul Reapers.
right. And my favorite one that stood out the most is in the first episode when they have sky pirates and they're kicking two of them out, and the two ones that are idiots look like Jesse and James, and they sound like them. Even down to having pink and blue hair, and they had rocket launchers.
So yes, Pokemon too. So many are referenced, but it's done cleverly.
Right.
And usually it isn't, but whomever did this and thinks they're clever, they really are clever.
Right.
They're clever. So there's a lot of fun going in here, but also there's some heartache and pain going on within the real life.
Yeah, which
part.
is usually sometimes what happens in a lot of these shows when they're centered around VR, which is actually a little different about SAO. They were forced into something bad, but
Right.
wasn't meant to be nothing wrong with their lives specifically. But in here, if you were in the VR world, life was, as the character kept saying 30 times in a row, was crap. The lives, jobs, relationships, family, everything was bleak, and the only way to get any sort of happiness was to play in that world and not wanting to leave, which was like, what kind of world were they living in? Dang!
So after watching some episodes, you see things take a turn and looking for the Blackbird?
Yeah,
Yeah, Blackbird of Happiness instead of Bluebird of Happiness.
right.
Blackbird of Happiness. And up until that point, when characters got taken out, they just had a death penalty, nothing happened to them. But once they found the Blackbird of Happiness and the one who is his real brother in real life, Arima, his character ends up getting smashed. He ends up getting hurt in real life.
Yeah.
And then the one who plays the dad in the VR actually is the creator of the game. And he tells him, log out now, get out. And why? Don't ask me why, just get out. And he said he should have seen this coming. Things start going terribly wrong.
Right.
So we don't want to ruin it for you and tell you everything that goes on in here, including not the ending.
Right.
But we're telling you this is an anime that you've got to give a watch. It is really entertaining. It's got everything you want in it. Even a little bit of fan service, but very, very low.
Right. And they even have really little tiny moments where you can tell characters do care about each other. Like they've just been so barreled down by life and crap and things, they kind of don't show up. But there were small hints that they do actually care about each other in real life. Because as much as he says crap 30 times a day, he says, your big brother's here to save you!
Yes. And it's like Ed and Al. It's really short, and the younger brother's really tall.
Right.
And then another scene like that is when he had been playing nonstop and hadn't eaten. So the big little brother says, I'll make you some
Omelet rice.
yeah, omelet rice. And he says, I'm only gonna eat it because you made it. You took the time to make it. And he starts eating. He just sits there and watches. Why are you? He's looking down on me. He's a crappy brother. Looking
You're
at me.
actually
Eating
ate it.
crappy rice. Crappy. And it's like, oh my gosh. So one more thing I wanted to tell you is really interesting. That the opening theme song is titled Black Crap, and it was written by VTuber or performed by VTuber Kazuha of the band Nija Sanji. I want to get it right. While the ending theme song is Salvia by Nornis, a vocal unit composed of Nija Sanji members Machida Shima and Inui Toko. So we thought that was really interesting. The visuals are really flashy and just constantly going.
Yeah,
so we don't even look at the screen. We just listen to the music.
Yeah, if you're photosensitive or have seizures or anything, don't look at the intro. Either skip it or just look away until it's over.
Absolutely. So if you've seen Goodnight World on Netflix, let us know in the comments below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you find it as entertaining as we did? We didn't know what to expect. We were pleasantly surprised that this is really a good anime.
Yeah.
And if it were on Toonami or Crunchyroll, it would have a lot of viewers. It's that good. It's very well done. If you haven't seen it, it's available exclusively right now on Netflix. Give it a watch. Come back and let us know what you think. Also, if you happen to have read the manga, let us know what you think in the comments below as well.
Yes. If you haven't already, subscribe for updates, weekly videos for your anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today for another Paws on Netflix segment. Look forward to many more coming out this year.
Yes.
We'll probably be doing about 3 a month. And we hope you enjoy some of the things we cover as much as we do.
Yeah.
And the ones we rag on, we hope you rag on as much as we do.
Right.
As always,
You are our specials. Thank you so much for watching Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a toontastic day.
Peace.
これが私たちの切り札だ。てめえの理想をぶっ壊してやっから。
And reporters sitting flashing lights, trying to walk around, man. Who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Hit her in my dreams. She was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket.